Wasn't KB Toy Store the best back in the day? Man, that's where I got all my figures from. So it's kind of nice to see this kind of packaging. Who is this? Oh, nice. Nice Mecha Hulk. Yeah, if only that costs $7.99 now. God damn it. So right here is a really quick look at my boy League from League of Villains, his Marvel Legends collection. He's got a ton load of them. I mean, this is almost all the series. There's just a few series that he doesn't have, and a few, figures here and there. But we're gonna go over them starting off on Monday, because he wants to get into the community and start doing some videos. So we'll get this thing going and spotlight a few of these waves. Red Skull. Alright, good start for the week. So here we got the 6-inch animated Lionel figure. Well, this is actually from the new show. I can already tell the face is kind of whack on here, but it's just, I really like the show, and I got to get this a tryout, but it's still got all the essentials that you'd like in a figure. Little fun factor. So I'm gonna open this guy up here in a moment. And also we got the Batman Legacy 2-pack. Here we got the, what is that, prototype suit, Bruce Wayne, and of course Commissioner Gordon. The big selling factor is this Commissioner Gordon. Finally we have him in a 6-inch form, which is really cool. I really digging this one for the fact that we do finally get a really obscured character. And of course this suit is nice looking, and I'm really liking just the way it looks. It's got a mask as well too. That's awesome. But yeah, big thanks to my man Joe, man. He found these for me. Picked them up. So that's what's really cool. And of course, Sean Long sent me out the Clawful figure from Master of the Universe. So this one is of course essential for my villains. I gotta get some more heroes, man. So here we got the Lionel figure out of packaging. It's not the greatest of figures, it's not the worst of figures, but it has issues and it has some good points to it. A lot of fun factors to it, but all in all, it's a little bit of a letdown, but still, you have to get it just to try things out. But you can see the Sword of Omens came out really nice. It's a good design on it. The long sword. It's got a nice claw. Really like the look of this thing. Really cool. It's just his face detail. There's nothing to it. He's got this really bug-eyed look. I don't at all like these the holes right there where you can see where like the joints are. I don't know why they didn't color that. I mean, that just looks really sloppy. And something that really annoys me, I mean, you can see the screws in the back. It's like, why didn't they cover that up? I mean, that's just really cheap. It just makes it look just like a really cheap toy, not a collectible item. But like I said, some of the strong points are, it's really nice detailed, especially the armor. I think it looks really good. It's got a lot of articulation. It's even got an ankle pivot, a really good ankle pivot. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So see, it does have a pretty good ankle pivot. Or as Hasbro likes to say, ankle rocker. Yeah, we won't be using that, but it's got some interchangeable parts. This is like the claw, as in like a holster mode, and the smaller version of the Sword of Omens. And then it's an interchangeable hand. What's cool about the hand is it has the articulation right there at the wrist, so you can actually make him into the sight beyond sight form. So that's kind of cool. But this is kind of the way I'll pose him half the time. And also this sword can fit inside there, so I'll show you guys right now. So there he is like that. Cool. Let's see, with that wrist articulation right there, you can get him into a nice stance with the sword. So, but like I said, it's got good articulation, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, ankle pivot. There's a thigh swivel, ball joint, hip. I think there's a diaphragm. No, there is waist articulation. It's a little stiff right now, but this shoulder pad can be removed, so it can give you a little more movement in the shoulders. Alright, so we got them both out of packaging. Really nice figures. These things are, you know, what they're made for. These are the Movie Masters. This one right here is just a, you know, just a repackaging of the Movie Master one. I don't think they had a Jim Gordon yet. But these things are, you know, a bit undersized. As you can see, this one compared to the Question, he towers over him. And then he's just a little bit taller, you know, or a little bit smaller than the Question here for Jim Gordon. But, you know, for what they are, I mean, they work perfectly. The detail on this one is just really cool. I mean, all these little straps on them. This mask, which you can take on and off. Just a little squishy plastic. So it's a really cool figure. The likeness is really nice. I mean, it looks like Christian Bale. But I actually really dig this Jim Gordon figure a lot more. I think this one is a little more in scale because Jim Gordon is, you know, I would say smaller than the rest of the superheroes. But yeah, it works perfectly. Coat is nice. Just looks, it almost looks like the same mold, but it's not. There's little fine differences. I mean, it's got the same articulation, but it's just scaled down a little differently. Pants look about the same. So yeah, if you can find this set, I highly recommend it. It's a really good set. Like I said, it just doesn't fit too well with the DCUCs. So this is a way to get them in scale with the rest of your DCUCs. Basically, all I really wanted was just the head sculpt, and just attached it onto this other Batman figure. I can't remember if this was a 2-pack one or not, but so yeah, it came out pretty good. Just a simple head swap. You know, his head, the ball joint on this Batman is a little bigger, so you have to kind of really force it in there. But other than that, it works perfect. And there you go. So here we got something good. I'm hoping. I really like this figure. It's the Dragon Ball Z Goku, or Super Saiyan Goku, from SHF, I don't know, Igorts? I don't know if that's how to pronounce it, but this is from Bandai, and you know, Bandai has a lot of hit and miss, so I'm hoping this one really blows me away. But from the photos I seen when I first found out about these figures were on Toy Arc. Now I know these figures have been around for a minute, but you know, this is something new to me, really. And I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, just absolutely a huge fan. And I've always wanted to get some figures, but the ones they sell at like Walmart and stuff like that, I just wasn't feeling them at the time. They just didn't have that articulation. Some of them didn't have like arm joints, but you know, it just wasn't for me. Now this one is, they say it's 4 inches, maybe 5 inches. And I know a couple of people I talked to, they were like, yeah, it's not 6 inches and all that, but I was like, you know what, I'm not really caring. It's all about, you know, what I like, really. So I'm gonna crack this thing open and see if I like it or not. Alright, let's get a real closer look at this Goku figure. I'm really digging this thing. Super cool, fun factor all around. He's got a lot of interchangeable parts. We've got an open palm, 2 of them, both hands. 2 fists, so he can whoop some ass. He's also got the finger, so he can do his little teleportation thing, which is only on the right hand. And interchangeable face. This is kind of a calm look. And you see I got him with this pissed off mode. And then these hands also right here, this is the Kamehameha Blast. So really, really cool figure. A lot of crazy articulation. I mean, when you look at this thing, it's like, okay, there's the standard, just like that, but there's little super tricks to it. Like, it's got a waist that pops up so you can get him in even more kind of articulation, and the hips as well, they kind of slide out so you can, you know, really get him up there for, like, say, a super kick or so. The shoulders kind of do it as well. So just really unique articulation, which I find really amazing. One thing I don't particularly like, it's kind of annoying, but at the same time it's okay, is when you look at the back side, you can see the articulation in it. I mean, it looks really weird, and it would have been nice if they covered it up, but other than that, I mean, look how far back his leg goes. That is really cool. It's got an ankle pivot, a really nice toe joint, which that thing really bends. Look at that. This figure is crazy. Wrist articulation. One of the another bad point is if you go too far with the articulation, these joints will fall off, or the parts will fall off. Especially his head. If you go too far back, it just pops straight off. So it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, you just got to kind of work with it. Other than that, it's super cool. This is how you take off his head. You remove his hair. Well, that's a bad hairline. But I like him in this mode. So this is just man, I'm really digging this figure. Now this figure isn't for the cheap collector out there. This thing is going to cost you. This bad boy ran me about 50 bucks. Whew. But you know what? It's just a recycling effect. Sold some stuff on eBay, picked up the cash for it, bam, did my purchase. So I'm very happy I got this figure. This is super nice. Bad thing is I only seen about, I think, 4 of these figures. You got this one, Piccolo, Gohan, and then a Vegeta one. Now I looked on Big Bad Toy Store, it said pre-order, and online, man, that figure goes for a lot of money. But I think these things are well worth it. One guy told me on Facebook, he was like, man, these things are like the Marvel Legends in Japan. So I believe that too, because these things are really cool, articulated. So I'm digging it. Real quick, just want to show you the scale between this Dragon Ball Z figure and the Question. So he's just, you know, a little bit shorter than him, but that hair really makes up for it. They're actually the same size with that hair. That's kind of funny. Alright, so this one's for my man Configure. My man Configure was asking me about my dragon collection. So this was the last dragon I've gotten, you know, since the last time I went to Vegas. That's where they seem to have all the dragons at. This one's standing next to my King Dragon. Love this thing. I actually thought of getting another one just to chop off this base so I can use it for effects, but I'm not going to do all that. Waste of $100. Alright, so this right here is a late birthday present from my boy Ryan Riot. You know, I'm going to send you out this Apocalypse, and I'm also going to send you out this Cyclops. Plus I got 2 more figures for you. Those ones will be surprised. So once again, happy birthday, brother. So we got a little bit of good karma that came my way. A while back I sent this figure to the FSP, you know, for some young collector out there, and this is a hard variant to find. I mean, it took me a while to find the one I did, but I decided to get back to the community, sent it that way, and you know, sure enough, my man Joe hooked me up with another one. So we got this is the variant Havoc. Man, this thing is a really nice figure, hard to come by, really hard to come by. So I'm going to put this one on the wall. And also hooked me up with the Carnage figure in the Spider-Man line. Yeah, that's how much they were selling it for at the time. But this is another one of those figures that it fits in really well with Marvel Universe. I wish it had, you know, the double jointed knees and all that stuff, but it doesn't. But it still works, so I'm liking that. You can see I'm getting everything set up. The big tournament is on the horizon. So what I'm going to do is start, you know, customizing as much as I can with all these figures. Start doing a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna take these guys to work and chop them up a little bit for some parts and everything. Really taking this thing seriously. You can see we got another Kitty Pryde. Chopped her ass in half. You know what that's gonna be used for. All kinds of good stuff. I'm gonna start getting in there, get my cutouts all arranged. So, you know, I'm taking this thing really seriously. I've got ideas that I'm trying to pop off. So we'll see what happens. Actually got some more troopers here, some clone troopers from my boy. Hooked me up with 3 of these things. So I don't know how many I got now. I got a lot of these things. Makes a good army build. And also, finally seen some light in my area for this damn wave 17. Here, so here goes Scarecrow. Now we were actually out towards, I don't know, somewhere far in Washington, and actually they had the whole wave there. I was like, damn, man, I don't want to get that. But the wife hooked me up. She got me this one. Can't complain. Had to get Scarecrow. I don't have a regular Scarecrow figure, but this one's super cool. Now, a lot of people don't like this particular wave just because they want to see, you know, the other characters like Lafarise and Atrocitus and Saint Walker, which I can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had those figures too, but we have to make do. Now, this one is, I'd say, for the fans. I mean, the Blackest Night fans, just to get this figure, since we only have that one Scarecrow, and also another Lex Luthor. I think that's really dope. And then another Atom figure. So I actually like this wave, really do. Can't wait to finish it. Anti-Monitor. So, alright, underrated figure for the week. Here we got Punisher from the Nemesis series. That's actually the variant. This is a really cool figure. I actually rather dig it. I really like the paint detail on the pants. I think it came out really nice. The boot detail is super cool. It just doesn't have that stellar, you know, super articulation. It's more of that kind of snap joint kind of thing, which is really weird. But other than that, it really is a good face sculpt on this figure. Look at that, it's kind of cool. Which the regular one, I don't own that one. I just hated that figure. I thought it was terrible. This one actually hides that, you know, the I would say the flesh tone. Not too bad, but look at that. There's no real detail to it at all. So I think that's why a lot of people were turned off by this figure. But he holds the gun really well. I like that effect when you can have it looking like the finger's on the trigger. I actually really dig that. So other than that, it's a cool figure. Just doesn't, you know, blow everybody away like the other Punishers do. But this one is a cool figure for what it is. You get him in some nice camouflage kind of scenes. So it's nice. What they should have done was painted the whole arms, like, you know, like some kind of clothing. I thought that would be kind of cool. Alright, for the DCUC, we got Captain Cold. Probably the most ultimate peg warmer of figures of all time. This thing is still at my Target. You know, there's 3 of those things still there. But other than, it's a really nice figure. It has a great sculpt. That head sculpt is just cool as hell. It's just, he's just a super obscured character that nobody really cared for. You can see I kind of like all this little, let's see how close I can get. But all the detail in the hood is just really nice. Just came out really cool. Solid costume. You can see he's got more of that style there. He even got the removable gun holster. Pants, you know, just the same. It's just a really cool figure. It's just one of those ones that just sat there on the peg and still is there to this day. So definitely, if you're hesitating on picking him up, definitely pick him up. Good figure. Now for the Marvel Universe, we have Venom. This is actually from the Dark Avengers set. Him and Doc. But this one is the better out of the 2 in my personal opinion. The black is more of kind of a purple tint to it, mixed in with black. I thought the symbiote on his chest came out perfect. Now I spent a while looking at each one to find which one had the better paint detail. And this packaging I got was the best out of all of them, but solid figure. And look how cool that is. He's a lot bigger than Spider-Man and, you know, the regular Black Spider-Man that came out. Double jointed knees. It's got the, I actually kind of wish that they would have gave him the newer articulation in the thigh, but for what it is, it came out really nice. It's a really solid figure. Definitely that set is really worth it, especially if you want to get some, your Dark Avengers team all set up. Well, if you didn't know, now you're about to find out. So the question is the latest member to the Justice League. Very cool character, just all around fun factor all the way. This is a really nice figure, by the way. If you haven't got a chance to get this, definitely get it. Really nice figure. So other than that, once again, thanks for watching Super Sunday. Got some great figures coming in the mail this week. I can't wait for all that stuff. Some of them were supposed to be in Saturday, but my post office is hella slow, so I won't get them probably until Monday or Tuesday. But it's all good. That's what keeps Sundays going. Now, somebody had pointed it out, I think last week or the week after that they haven't seen a lot of comics from me, which is true. I've been really lagging on my comics, but the good thing is they're all still at the comic shop. They're in my box, so they're not going anywhere. So I'm gonna get some. It's been about, it'll be a month on Wednesday. Man, that's way too damn long. But I'm gonna get some of my comics, and you know, we'll continue on with the comic run. You know what I'm saying? So we can keep you guys up to date with what's going on. The DC revamp is right around the corner. I think later this month or the beginning of September. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I already went to my comic shop and told them what comics I want to, you know, subscribe to now. So you guys definitely will be checking out that. That's going to be something really cool. I'm waiting to see how that's going to affect everything. So alright guys, until next time, Make sure you join us over on the Facebook communities. You know, have fun with it. Peace.